W is for West Covina, by the way. Nothing else.
What?
Because
West Side.
It's West Side.
All right.
Happy New Year, everybody. Happy 2022. Oh, my
know.
God.
Yes,
2022.
2022.
Does that sound more exciting than 2021?
Not the way it's been starting, but yeah, sure.
For
2022
sure.
is exciting.
Why are you
Why did you say that?
I gotta stop watching the news. It's depressing. I mean, what do you want
Oh,
me to
my
say?
goodness.
Well,
no kidding.
I
no
stopped
kidding.
watching the news like 2 years ago. So.
Yeah.
You
I don't
didn't.
know.
You can't. You
Yes.
can't. You can't. But it's definitely
Yes.
been a better year than than 2021,
yeah, for sure.
right?
For sure. I mean, kind of. For sure.
Wait a minute. You told me you celebrated 2022 in
I
a bigger
do.
way.
I
So,
do. We
tell
have
us.
traditions, actually,
Okay.
Chinese traditions. So
My only tradition for New Year's
Yeah.
is to drink as much as I can, like make up for the whole entire year. That's my only tradition.
So
for
I
New
guess
Year's.
we're not going to talk about our goals and resolutions, right?
No,
we
are.
are.
Oh, we are? Okay.
No resolutions, though. I don't believe in that. Do you believe in resolutions?
I do not. I do not.
Do you believe in resolutions?
I don't, and I'll tell you why. Because I believe that more people. How can I say this? Sorry. People do not accomplish their goals because they set themselves up for failure because they expect too much in the beginning of the year. What I
Yes.
believe in is building maps, and I'll tell you what I mean by that. This is something I've always told people, whether it was in sports,
Yeah.
business, whoever it is. I've always talked about setting yourself up a map and a chain of events that you can accomplish little by little, right? So if you have a big picture in mind, what are the steps you're going to take to get there? And
Yeah.
maybe create a monthly goal, a quarterly goal, because and have those
So
little
then you are
victories.
talking about goals.
Well, it's a goal.
Yeah.
It's not a
I
resolution.
call it a macro goal. Goal.
macro.
Yeah, macro goal.
Sounds
Baby
like a good
steps.
cookie.
I believe in baby steps to everything, right?
Yeah.
Baby
Yeah.
steps to everything. Yeah,
because
absolutely.
The bigger the failure, the more depressing it is, the harder it hits.
Yeah,
But if you
it's
can
harder.
just accomplish small things, if something sets you back, it's not going to hurt as bad as I want to lose 40 pounds in a month. Well, why don't you just set a goal to lose 3 pounds a month? And draw
Exactly.
that map up? And
Yeah,
what are you
so
gonna do to
can you
get
do
there?
me
Is that
a
your
favor?
goal?
Once you said it, can you please go back to this? Because
So speaking of trying to lose weight, wow,
Yeah.
thank you.
baby steps to this. I mean, everybody, this guy was like, oh my. Look at Katrina.
Monica in
Can you
2022, she's
like
just going to
paste
say
it
it.
right here. I'll paste
Right.
it all over.
Are you going to edit me with just that face? Just
Yeah.
I'm just going to be like this the whole
Yeah.
time.
yeah. So why don't we welcome everybody? Welcome to Let's Connect
Welcome.
Yes, welcome.
now and Happy New Year.
Yes.
Happy New Year.
How was your guys'
everybody.
New Year?
It was good. It was good. Very, very calm.
Liar.
Yeah. No, it was very, very
You know it
calm.
was a
Spent it with the
lie.
family. Yep.
Did you
No,
drink?
you did not spend it with no family. I know you went out with JR and you guys partied. You know, you've been like, hanging out with them
No
on their
secrets.
podcast, and they're just like living it up right now. I know how they are.
I'm just a passenger. I'm just a passenger on the journey. That's all it is.
Okay,
It looks like
whatever.
it seems like a fun journey.
There's
though.
just certain things, of course, we can't share. About the naughty things we did for New Year's. But,
Oh, whoa.
I don't know.
I spent my New Year's with my family.
I know, me too.
Sorry.
Would it beads?
No beats yet. No beats.
She hasn't been to Tennessee just yet. But I mean, New Year's here, 2022.
Yes.
Looking forward to it. Looking
Yeah.
forward to grow with you guys. Honestly, looking forward for this podcast to grow. What's going on? You don't set resolutions, but what are the goals?
Well, let's start with Monica. What are your goals?
My personal goals or
Both.
our goals for both? Well,
Maybe
definitely.
like personal first.
Well, definitely to grow with with this podcast. I think it already has a lot of good momentum, and so
Yeah.
I want to keep that momentum going because I
Yeah.
think that's important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've shared, quite a few stories that were just, some very touching,
Yeah.
some were just inspiring, and one of the things that I want is, feedback from our listeners. I think that's important to get feedback.
Yep.
Feedback just kind of, helps us and guides us, and at the same time, it inspires us to keep going, and
Yeah.
even if it's just a nice comment, and even if it's not a nice comment.
Talking about
You know?
feedback, actually,
Yeah.
my parents are never they're not tech savvy, but they watch the podcast. They're
Really?
like, "Who did you interview last time? Who was it?" So that means that to me is like a positive thing because they're
Yeah.
never a tech savvy. So for my dad to watch the podcast, that's like a big
So I
thing.
can tell you, my parents don't they understand English, but they don't really, they don't really they don't speak it, but they understand
Yeah.
it. So my dad is in radio, and he's been sharing it with all his buddies
Aw.
in Ensenada.
Nice.
And I could tell you,
Damn.
I'm just getting all this traction, and they're sharing our podcast because I think my dad overall, he's really proud of me.
Nice.
And
We're
because I'm doing
international.
something. Yeah, because
So
I'm
maybe
doing
maybe one of
something.
our sponsors for 2022 could be
Right?
Papa's and Beer.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, why not? Why not?
Hey, I mean,
We could go do a podcast.
I mean, I've
over
been there
there
enough to where we can kind of
Right?
get some money back. I spent enough money there.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Those
So,
those
yeah.
3-day cruises don't end up there for no reason.
Hey, they might leave you, but okay. No, but absolutely, we can definitely do
Yeah,
that one day.
yeah.
Go over there, go to Ensenada.
I've
and
never
do our
been to
podcast
Ensenada,
with
so
my
I'm
dad in his
excited.
studio. He has a studio in his
Hopefully, I
house.
can get back.
That'd
but
be
yeah.
nice.
Go
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah, liar.
No. No, that's amazing though. So thank you, Mrs. and Mr. Katrina. What's your parents' last name?
Rodriguez.
Rodriguez.
Mr. Katrina.
Mr. and Mrs. Katrina. I don't know their last name's Katrina. Thank you
I was
guys
like,
for the
wait,
feedback.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
they're
And
really
appreciate
proud.
your dad for sharing with everybody for
Yeah.
sure. But no. So some of my goals right now are not. What do we call them?
Resolution?
Not resolution, but goals
Goals.
is for me to kind of open up more and kind of talk about my experiences in the business world and,
Yeah.
and some of the things I do in my life more with you guys in 2022. So I'm going to be more of an open book and kind of talk a little bit more about some of the things that I've experienced and kind of share a
Like
little bit of that.
losing 45 pounds and looking like this picture.
Here,
Yeah.
40.
I mean,
not
40.
45.
Well, 5 more would even look even better.
I'm also gonna start weighing out my self-worth because a lot of people like to bring it down because apparently I'm only valuable 45 pounds ago. So no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, definitely weight loss is something in mind. During COVID I gained 45 pounds.
But have you
Fitness was a
been
big
lifting
thing.
more, maybe?
I have been lifting more. I have been
See?
lifting a lot, but I
Let me
also
see. Oh yeah.
I've also been eating a lot more. A lot of people who do lift know that when you lift weights, you get a bigger
Yeah,
of an
exactly.
appetite. And my appetite comes with a lot of greasy food. So yeah, I gotta stop doing that.
Yeah,
Okay.
you definitely do. No more sushi because every time I see you, the whole table's full of really good food, and it's like, oh my gosh, slow it down. Slow it down. Slow it down.
The 2022 Monica, no filter.
Yeah, I think I'm just getting started, but I mean, for me, my goal is to definitely, go back to the gym.
Yeah.
Start working out a little bit more.
But you've been running, right?
Yeah, I like the way you looked a year ago. So let's get back to
Oh.
that. Except I don't have a business card to show.
I'm going to leave this podcast because people are just...
No, come on, you can handle it.
2022, me and Monica going to be fighting a lot on this podcast.
I
So
No, that's okay. Hey, that's okay. I can do it.
I'm just kidding, Monica.
I can do it.
I
can do
like
it.
you just the way you are. So.
Aw, thank you.
You're welcome.
I like your arms.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Well,
Just apparently not the rest of me. So.
Katrina, I don't think you belong here. I think
I
you need to leave.
know,
I think
I
it just needs to be about us.
But let's talk growth. Let's talk momentum. Let's talk what are we doing? Where's this podcast going?
Where is this podcast going?
You guys are asking me?
Yes, you're Mrs. Let's
Yes.
Connect.
Yeah, you're like the face, the brand.
I'm just here for the free water.
Wow.
I'm just here for the lighting.
Wow. That's not very nice, guys. You kind of
No,
put all the pressure
I'm
on me.
just kidding. I know that this podcast is obviously growing. I just hopefully we can get more. Not hopefully, but we will get more.
No, absolutely.
people.
Absolutely. No, this is my baby. This is something that I'm definitely going to continue to push. And, and I just have this feeling that this is going to take us to another level. And, for any businesses that are out there that want to be on our podcast, you guys need to start contacting us.
We're actually booking.
Yeah, we're actually booking
businesses
businesses
now
now for 2022.
Yeah.
So call Frank.
Yeah, call me.
Frank.
Yeah.
Call Frank.
No, and I completely agree with that. And I think we were having a conversation. We wanna be a resource, right? We wanna connect a little bit more with businesses. Yeah, and just continue to grow with you guys.
It's gonna be people's nightmares. I'm just kidding.
No, I want him to be inspired.
I'm gonna go make a necklace with that.
I
I'm gonna dip that in gold and put diamonds around it. I like that. Like that.
Right? We got to keep him on track, right?
I know.
Yeah. Would you wear it too?
Sure, I'll make a necklace.
I paid for advertisement, and that's all I'm getting is a business card behind a necklace. So, but yeah, I mean, we're getting a little all over the place. I mean, I can't.
No,
stare at
we're
my-
not
I can't
on New
stare at myself in
Year's.
this podcast, Monica. I feel like I'm in total recall. I'm talking to myself.
So
It's
what
New
does
Year's.
M&M mean?
M&M is Mirada Management. That's
Mm.
the broker who I hang my license with. So they do a lot of management for HOAs.
Imagine how many houses you can sell. Imagine
I'm trying to. I
If
really
what?
would like to.
if he reaches his goal. Imagine.
Oh my God. Okay.
Oh,
Anyway, we were talking about.
So look, sell is what Monica's trying to say. Apparently, my business skills are not enough. I have to.
Wait, actually. Oh, never mind.
Katrina, you know
Look,
it does,
sell.
right?
Yes.
Right?
And something else sells, but
What?
yeah. I can't say it on this podcast.
Yes, you
but
can.
in JR's podcast, I can.
Say it.
Say it.
Sex sells.
Well, we're not going to have sex, and we're not going to advertise it, but
No, but I mean, like, not exactly that, but I'm just like, yeah, JR gets it.
the what?
Fair
Trendy sex?
Well, depending on the person, you could sell a lot more houses or a lot less. One of the two's gonna happen. So, I
Okay.
intend on doing it the traditional way. I'm gonna have to start buying multiple houses. Never mind. Anyways, let's just get back
So
on
this
track
could be
here.
your motivation. Your motivation.
Yeah, I think people for people to reach their goals, they need to have a motivation one way or another, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is yours.
Yeah, my business card is
Yes,
my
it's yours.
motivation.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, what are some of the goals that people do
I
break?
think a lot of weight loss is a lot of things that people set and people break.
Yeah. Weight loss is a huge one. Again, I think it's because people get overwhelmed. They say, "I'm going to lose this much," and then as soon as they see the scale go up a pound, they give up and they start eating again.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and another one to me is education. People want to go back to school
Yeah.
because they want to be able to get their license. They're really pumped up
Yeah.
about doing it, and sometimes they give up halfway in the process because
Yeah.
they find out that the process wasn't as easy as they thought it was going to be. So I think do your homework first before you set those goals. To extend your education.
It's crazy, actually. I worked in the education field in the admissions part, and usually the highest peak of enrollment is always like around New Year's,
Yeah.
and then it dips right in like
Yeah.
April. It's
Yeah.
crazy how that happens.
I
but
mean, I would love to be a Gold's Gym salesperson during January. Those guys probably make a killing in January, right?
true.
And yeah, so I think another big one. I think we forget to think about it a lot. I think I've noticed a lot of my friends' relationships kind of dwindle right around the March area because I think people come into the new year think I'm going to work on my relationship, I'm going to work on myself, marriage, and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
They're using that new year, new
Year's.
me, and that reset to say, hey, let's work on this. Let's work on this together. Let's start over. But in reality, that should have happened a long time ago. So a lot of these relationships, I've noticed I'm very observant. I've noticed a lot of my friends' relationships kind of dwindling around the March,
That's
the April
crazy.
area.
Religious
After
too.
Valentine's Day.
Religious
Yeah,
too.
true.
Religious. People kind of say, okay, yeah, I'm going to go back to God. I'm going to go ask for forgiveness. But then within a month, they fall back to their
Yeah.
original selves again. And you know what? I mean, I just think, do things that you can accomplish.
Yeah.
Easy things. Baby steps to everything.
Yep.
Baby steps to everything. To me, I've learned that because I've set a lot of goals. I said, hey, the first time I ran the first marathon, I did okay. And then the second time, I said, oh, yeah, I could do it again. And look at what happened to me. And so
Yeah.
that didn't feel too well because, I
Yeah.
overdid it.
Yeah. Well, I honestly think here's what I think about people giving up on their goals. I think a lot of people have these goals in mind and they take them all on alone in their
Yeah.
mind. They're embarrassed to go out and say, hey, I want to accomplish this. Maybe a 40-year-old person's not too reluctant to share the fact that they want to go get their high school diploma and share that with their friends that probably don't know that they have one, right?
Yeah.
I think a big part of accomplishing a goal is putting together a support foundation around you of
support
people who are
system.
going to be there for you
And hold you accountable.
And I tell people all the time, we joke around about me losing weight, but I was super into fitness at one point. And I was up to 306 pounds, and I dropped down. I dropped down to 224 in about 9 months, and it wasn't me starving myself. It was me just going to the gym every single morning, dedicating myself, and setting a goal, a daily goal, not a monthly goal, not a weekly goal, a daily goal. But what came with that was a very important step that I don't think a lot of people think of is surrounding yourself with the right people and being able to sacrifice other people that shouldn't be in that circle. Because I tell people diet and fitness is very lonely because you can't show up to certain things because you're going to be tempted, and you got to know your limitations. You got to surround yourself with people who are going to make you successful, whether that's in business, whether that's in losing weight,
what
whether
I was
that's in
gonna say.
religion. If you want to give yourself, like you talked about, being religious and giving yourself to the God that you believe in, surround yourself with people who are on that same mission. That's going to keep you on that path, right? And the same thing with fitness, same thing with business. And I tell people all the time, a lot of people make goals, but they don't stop to think about what sacrifices are you going to make. Before you make a goal, you got to realize you got to be able to accept and understand the sacrifices you're going to make. So if you say, hey, I need to accomplish this, and in order for me to do that, I need to sacrifice this, this, and this, because people will go here first, and then they don't want to do the sacrificial part of it, and that's why you fail, because you don't want to cut people out of your life. You don't want to not go to this party to be able to keep yourself on path. Right, so I think that's a big thing, is being able to sacrifice, and that goes hand in hand with goals.
I think so too.
I went on a tangent.
I think people too is like when they set goals is because they look at other people.
Yeah.
And they tend to compare themselves with other people, and then they build those goals from that, and that's why they fail.
Yeah.
I'm going to be just like that. I'm going to look just like that. You're turning a
And
magazine. Oh, I'm going to look just like this. Of course you could look like this girl. What are you talking about?
But
you can't. You
and
can't
then
do
comes
that.
the hate, right?
Yeah.
Then comes people see you losing weight. So that was the big thing with me, right? Is I lost a lot of weight, and I wasn't drinking. I'd go to a party. Oh, I'm working out, and people are like, "Oh, look at the fitness guy. Oh, you can't have a beer with your friends." And then that started getting to me, and then it led to me like, you know what? I'll have a beer with my friends. I don't want to be the guy left out. But I realized something. I realized people's hate is a projection of what's missing in them.
Yes.
exactly.
And what I mean by that is they want there's something in them that they want to do what you're doing, and it's that they're missing that drive, so that projects with anger and hate toward, quote unquote, hate towards what you're doing, right?
But they're
and
going to do it the nice way.
The reality is, once I lost weight, when I fell off track, guess what happened? The guys that were making fun of, once I started drinking again, the guys that were making fun of my Michelob Ultras, they all started drinking Michelob Ultras, and they were all in the gym, and they were all working out, right? So I tell people that too. Don't let the discouragement of your friends, because you're gonna get that banter and that back and forth, and they're gonna try to knock you off those rails. Don't let that stop you, because again, hate is something is the projection of hate is because somebody's missing something in them that they see in you.
Yeah,
so don't
exactly.
Don't let that get to you.
Yeah. Another thing too, since we're on this topic, is just be yourself. You know, accept yourself for who you are. Like that could be a really nice, goal that doesn't take a lot of sacrificing. It's just taking, accepting who you are and accepting, every part of yourself.
Yeah.
And not try to be like someone else.
Yeah.
Be you in 2022.
Just be you. Just be you.
Be you in 2022.
Yeah,
I didn't know
hey,
she was a
I like
rapper.
that. Can you rap that? Can you do like a rapper?
Yes, I'm a rapper.
Yeah.
After 9 p.m.
Yeah, be you is very important.
Rap.
Yes. Just being
Yeah,
ourselves.
see, she's being herself. She can't rap, so she's just.
Yeah.
But you see, that's a great point too. And I'm sorry I keep talking so much, but I get very passionate about this stuff. You say be you. Understanding your weaknesses is just as important as understanding your strengths.
Yes.
And that's huge in business, and understanding what you're not good at, because a lot of people take things on and they know they're not good at it, and they fail because they don't understand their weaknesses.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean by surrounding yourself with influential people and utilizing and pulling from them. If I'm not good here, how can this person help me here while I work on my strengths? Because that's what I'm good at, right? And understanding what to do and what not to do is a huge thing. Be you.
If I could share just something really quick about.
No, I wasn't done talking about it. No, go ahead. Sorry, I feel like I've just been rambling.
Again, I'm gonna just.
I just want to share something, something physical about, someone that told me last year. They said, you know what, this COVID year, I look really old, and I really want to change myself so I can look refreshed.
Wait,
and
you or someone
no,
else?
Not me.
Oh, okay.
Someone I know. Somebody I know. I did it too, but after. I'm just kidding. No, she actually went. She actually went and got a whole bunch of Botox, and she got these
Fillers?
No. She got these, what do they call these? Threads to do a facelift. Okay? So, but she didn't get all her information.
Get out of this conversation.
Oh, stop. She didn't do all her research on things like that. Okay?
Oh my God,
so,
that sounds painful.
Yes. So this woman went into like this whole bleed out thing, because she was taking pain medication.
Oh my
A what out?
gosh.
She
A
started
bleed out.
She bled all over.
That would have been a great Halloween costume, just walking out bleeding from your face.
Yeah. So I think, setting goals like that are dangerous before really, doing your homework on, on Botox, on enhancing your body parts or whatever. You really have to do your homework. You really, it takes a lot of time, to research the doctors that are going to enhance you or do all these things, you know. So now she's miserable. She looks worse than how she was before.
Well, that goes back to being yourself.
Exactly. And
exactly,
accepting
right?
and not comparing yourself to other people. That's what happens.
I mean, a little Botox is not going to hurt
No,
anybody.
but I mean,
but when you
to
go
go
to the
through
extreme,
that-
I just think that was too much. That was too much.
Bleeding
I'm
from
sorry.
your face is too much. Yeah,
I
that's,
know.
that's a lot.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's.
Yes, Katrina. So don't get threads. I don't recommend those.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not like. Oh
Yeah,
my
I don't-
God. I'm like, no. It's just it sounds painful. I'm like,
yes, because
"Oh."
they're gonna get your face and you're gonna stick a needle and then pull the thread out. Yeah. Yeah, and then you're bleeding and you're
She's
like,
like-
ooh.
Yeah, I'll stick to the gym and protein bars.
Yeah.
I'm,
No,
yeah, I'm
I'll
not,
stick to
I don't
like-
need
Eat right,
needles
eat
for
right.
anything.
Just
I'll
eat
stick
right.
to like regular facials and stuff, but
Yeah,
don't
there you
not
go.
that
I
stuff.
will.
I'm
I will
like,
tell you something important
self-care.
that I do want to start
That's
doing
not
more in
self-care.
2022, and maybe this is a resolution. But I want to invest more in myself.
Self-care.
Not just business-wise, but health-wise. I noticed that I don't go to the doctor as much as I should. I want to start routinely going to the doctor and just being a healthier person in that aspect.
I think that's just men. That's just men in general. They don't
Like,
like
they
going to the
don't-
doctor.
yeah.
But
yeah,
women
they
like
just-
making their faces bleed with stitches or whatever you call it. Yeah.
That's not going.
And this is why there's a man. Yeah. I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, it is. It's very stubborn. I'll get a pain. I'm like, I'll deal with
It's
it.
'cause
It goes away in 3 weeks, and I'm fine. Maybe a little twitch, but we're good to go.
It's like the machista type of thing.
I don't think it's a machista thing. I think it's just, there's, and I think this goes for both men and women like that are in the business world. I think it's just I have other things to deal with right now.
Yeah,
I
true.
put myself second when in
But
reality I should put
yourself
myself
should
first.
be first.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Because what if that's
self-care.
something? It's something bigger than what you think.
Yeah.
And then it could have been prevented.
Because it's not a
So-
machista thing. Because I'm terrified of needles, so I don't think that's too machista.
Yeah,
I
me
think it's
too.
good.
I don't like needles. I hate
Yeah.
them. Just thinking
No,
about
me
it.
neither- Me neither.
Yeah,
I don't
no.
like
I can't.
But what are
stand
the
them.
things that you guys personally like? Maybe last year or this year or whatever. No, last year that you guys broke. Like you guys made a goal and then you guys broke it. Is there something?
I don't think there's a
No.
lot that I broke per se. I think I grew a lot in 2021. I think the pandemic and
Which way?
It just outwards and mentally. All right.
That's it.
Jesus.
Yeah, a little.
Damn.
It's all right. I'm gonna show
Damn,
you guys.
Daniel.
I'm gonna stop eating. I'm gonna come here bones next time. Watch. Watch.
We'll be like, where's Frank?
Oh, he's just throwing up in the bathroom right now. He'll be right out. But
developed
yeah, I'm sorry. I
he
shouldn't.
developed
That
an
is a
eating
real
disorder.
disease. Bulimia is a real thing.
Bulimia,
So I don't mean to offend anybody.
yes.
It's just a
Eating
joke.
Oh my
disorder.
god, talking about bulimia actually, like last Saturday I was watching Princess Diana's the last interview that she did, and I didn't know she had bulimia. Like it was horrible.
Yeah.
But anyways,
I still don't know.
just-
You just told me that was news to me.
Yeah, I didn't know.
that.
I didn't know.
yeah, it was like
I
an
didn't know either.
hour-long video or interview, but it was
Don't they
really
wait their vomit?
I don't know.
I don't know. I saw a lot of Dr. Phil.
I just know that
episodes back
like
in the
they eat so that they can throw up, and it's a satisfaction that they feel. It's crazy.
Well, I don't have any knowledge on this kind of information because I
If I
never
was her, I'd be
been
eating
one.
all her
But
money in jewels. I'm throwing in jewels and gold. Yeah.
Must be nice to just eat like dollars and then.
because I do like food, but I think for me, one of the things that I've learned, not even just last year, but even the year before, is when I lost the weight that I was
Yeah.
very unhappy, with. I mean, I've been able to keep it off. And I just making those little changes and just getting used to eating and making better choices when you eat. Because
Yeah.
every woman, I don't care what you say, even myself to this day, I still complain and I still feel like I need to lose more weight.
I don't know
But
if
then I
you're.
look at myself, or I would look at someone who is very thin, and I say, "Do I really want to look that way?"
Yeah, exactly.
And I say no. And then I
Exactly.
say no, and then I'll treat myself to, to something.
Yeah.
But I don't overdo it anymore because before my body was addicted to sugar.
I don't know if you're giving an experience or you're trying to like subconsciously tell me what to do to lose the weight to get back to
Kind
that.
of,
So,
both.
Kind of.
So I stopped eating so much.
She was looking at you.
Sugars are a no-no. Well,
I mean, but even till this day, I mean, a lot of people say, "Oh my God, you shouldn't have lost the weight because this, this and that or whatever." But you know what? I feel good at this weight. I'm happy, and
Cue the hate.
It's
just people like.
Yeah,
I can't.
As long as you're happy.
I can't wait to feel like that.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
God, Frank's gonna go home and cry to his wife, like,
It's okay.
like this
My
girl.
tears are full of fat anyway, so I'll wipe away my oil. No,
Hey,
but-
they said crying is like you lose calories, so there you go.
No, but I was saying before, 2021 was a great growth experience for me. I think it made me a better person. It made me appreciate people more. I think I was a little selfish in the fact that I went through life like focusing on myself and my family and not realizing the people around me.
Yeah.
Right? There's that. What's that saying? Always show everybody the most respect, even the janitor, because everybody has a part. Everybody has a part in your growth in life. So I took that to heart. So anytime I see anybody, whoever it is, I treat them as if they were my boss. I
Yeah.
just show them that respect. We actually, I had a conversation on another podcast about, circles are small and you never know who's going to be your boss. You never know who's going to come around. The
Exactly.
person that you're talking down to today might be the person that's not letting you get this opportunity later on. And
True.
and not only for that aspect, I just think in general, I just want to be a better human being and just treat my fellow man a little bit better and not make fun of their weight gain and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
By the way,
I'm gonna keep coming back to that and back to that.
by the way, did you guys donate anything for Christmas?
No, wait a minute. Let me ask the key
That
question
was a
here.
no.
So we talked about with you about in one of our podcasts. We talked about you asked the question, how much money should I spend in each of my children for Christmas?
Yeah.
So if you tell me that you spend seriously like $700 on each child, like you need to
it was
walk.
$250.
You need to walk.
I spent close to the budget I set, which was the $250. I think I went over. I went over to like $320 maybe.
Okay, good.
And I got a good
That's
amount of
not bad.
stuff, right? I've, you know what it is I didn't wait last minute, so I was able to take my time, and I think that has a lot to do with how much I overspend in the past because I would do it last minute and just give me that, and I would just start throwing it in the shopping cart. So
Yeah.
yes.
And thank you for my gift. I really loved it. My
Oh,
birthday
really?
gift was especially special.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What
Thank you, Jared,
was
for my
it?
gift.
You're
Thank
so
you,
I have
welcome.
Tina, for my gift.
your
I hope
your
you
gift
appreciated
is
the
a
air
flower.
tacos that I got you. She was. I didn't get her anything because I predicted her making fun of my weight. I bought myself a smoothie. I took her gift and bought myself something healthy. So you're welcome.
I did give her a gift, not an air taco. though.
No, how about
No,
an
you're-
air fryer?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that would be
actually
nice,
good.
right?
Can I? Yeah, that means nothing. It's an air taco.
Oh, I thought you meant like you sent an emoji.
No, air, like an air taco. Like
I really thought you sent her like
Yeah,
a text message emoji of a taco.
that's what I always tell my son when he's acting out. He's like, I want foodie, but he's giving me that. Like, you're gonna get air
You know,
tacos. Is what you're gonna get.
You know, every time I go by those incorporated areas where there's someone making tacos on the street
On
or
the
on a
street,
corner,
yeah.
I just like to go by. I roll down the window just to smell it because I know it's really good. But
but not support your local food vendor, right? So let's go back to the donation part.
No,
Cue
because
me leaving again.
because
You really do eat air tacos. Jesus.
yeah, I just smell it because it smells so good.
It
But I
smells
won't
so
dare to eat there
good.
because I'm scared to
Why?
get sick or.
Oh
get some
man,
kind
that's
of
some of the
I
best
think,
food.
like,
Yeah.
they're the best ones.
No, not me. No, sorry. I don't believe in that.
She doesn't eat
Sorry.
in unincorporated areas. So.
Yeah.
Unless you have a city affiliation, we're not eating there.
Yeah, unless you're paying taxes in the city and you're not taking away from another business. Yeah, no, I truly believe that. But but I don't know. I guess I don't know. I used to do that. I used to do that in Mexico when we used to go party back in the day and eat in the corner tacos. I don't even know what I was eating, if it was even meat. But I ate
Those are
it.
the best ones.
Yeah, those were the best ones. Actually, yeah.
So
Back in
Monica
the
has
day.
changed.
Yes, I have changed very much. Believe me.
I won't
Believe
eat
me.
in unincorporated areas, but I'll eat in another country. That's it.
I know I
Perfect
did
sense.
eat at another country. I really did. I really did.
did.
So I'll tell you
Like-
my biggest goal for this year
Yeah.
for me.
Let's go.
And my friends are going to be really happy because I'm going to Italy.
Oh.
Mhm. I was supposed to go last year,
Yay.
but with everything that was going on, but I want to go visit our friends. Francesco and Leo, and spend some time with them over there in
Aw.
Sicilia.
Nice.
And,
What part of Italy?
Sicily.
Sicily.
Yeah. Street vendors don't get excited because she's not spending her money with you.
I can't wait.
But
'cause
no, but
that's-
she
that's,
eats when it's outside of the country.
Yeah.
She will.
Nice.
Yeah.
No, Italy should be fun.
Yeah.
It should be fun.
I'm planning on going to Italy for quite a while actually.
Have you been?
Yeah.
I'd never been.
Awesome.
So that's one of my dreams is to go to Italy and hopefully this year I'm going to be able to travel if things don't get worse with this new COVID thing that's going around. So we'll see how it goes.
What
with
is
the
your
travel.
backup goal or dream or thing? If that
To
doesn't
start
pan out?
traveling again because
Just domestic, like if anything.
well, for sure we're going to Boston in April. And then, hopefully Hawaii again and kind of get back into our
Let's
into
not
our-
smooth over. Let's
you
not
know.
just go over the fact that her husband qualified for the Boston
Yes.
Marathon. That's huge.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a commitment. That's
But
a
I can tell you right now,
dedication
I'm jealous. I'm
Here
very
we
jealous
go.
because usually I would go and every destination run, I participate in those, and unfortunately, I come to terms with the fact that I can't run like that anymore. If I did a 5K, I would have to kind of walk, run
wow.
a little bit. Yeah, my body's
Even
still not
5K.
100%.
Understanding your weaknesses. That
Yeah.
goes into everything.
Yeah, and I have to do that.
That's
I
small
could be stubborn and run it, but I'm only gonna hurt myself
Yeah.
because I've already experienced that, so I won't do it again.
Yeah.
How
Right?
about you? What is
One of my
your-
goals was to open a taco stand, but that's not gonna work out now. I don't know.
I'll make you the salsas.
No, one of my goals, honestly, is just to focus, just to be a little bit more focused and not too much of a scattered brain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I really want to focus on real estate this year. I really believe that's going to give me that edge that I need, and yeah. We're gonna pause right now for a quick sponsorship.
Zoom it.
That and as cliche as this sounds, I think I really need to just work on myself and being a better parent.
Yeah,
I don't think you
that's
can ever stop
huge.
working at that.
That's
but
beautiful,
Yeah.
though. I like that.
yeah,
I like that
my
a lot.
kids are at the age where they're getting into sports, and my schedule's really busy. So I just need to make more of an effort to maybe turn down some opportunities to be there a little bit more. Right?
Because
It's-
remember the sacrifice.
That's
Every
exactly
goal
what I'm
comes
talking
with
about.
the sacrifice,
Yeah.
right?
Because if I'm not,
And they're worth it.
Yeah, they are.
Oh my
and
God.
You
They
can't
are.
have growth in one area because you're always going to be held down by the other. So if you can just kind of evenly distribute and grow both, and I think you can. There's a lot of people that argue you
just
can't, but I think
it's
you can.
balance.
Yeah.
It's all about balancing some things and just see what things are going to enrich your life more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for sure, always pick your family. No job, no freaking job is worth you sacrificing your family ever because those moments will never repeat themselves.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
don't want to. You
They
don't
will
want to.
never graduate from kindergarten again if you miss it. They will never graduate from high school again if you ever miss it. Maybe your next child will, but you would have missed that one child, and that I think that's so important. And that's
Once in a
something that I
lifetime.
learned to do when I was starting, the Greater West Covina back in the day. Both my kids were in private school, and I'll tell you, I set my goals, and I said, no matter what, nothing is more important than my kids. Even if I had to come back to work that night and work until midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I had to be there for every single run, every single game, everything for my kids. And till this day, I don't regret it. As a matter of fact, I was reminiscing and going through my box of a lot of Christmas cards and stuff that I
Yeah,
was going to get rid
little
of and
trinkets.
stuff. And I read all the letters, that my kids would write to me, and for my birthday or for Mother's Day, and
Those are,
everything
like,
said,
the
"Thank you for
best
always being
things.
at my games. Thank you for never missing this. Thank you for never missing that." And for that, I'm so proud of myself.
you should be.
Because,
Yeah.
now I see them and now I know why they're so strong. Because you're building your children.
Yeah.
They know that you're going to be there to wipe their tears, to encourage them,
Yeah.
So that is so important. No man, no boyfriend, no nothing is worth the sacrifice. of
Katrina,
your
Why did
children.
you
Look at me.
I'm just telling you because your kids are still young.
No,
So-
I will never.
Apparently,
Yeah.
I have weight issues and you have relationship
No,
issues.
I'm like, there we go. Put it on.
I'm not saying I'm perfect because I'm not. I've made a lot of mistakes, but I am a lot older
I know
than
you
guys,
can't run the
so-
Boston Marathon. You're not perfect.
Yes,
No, I'm
I
just
know.
kidding. I'm kidding.
That hurt.
Well, my weight does too, Monica. All right.
I
Tick
tell you, you
for
need to go home.
tack.
Because
all right?
I
can be
love
very
running.
funny. No, I'm just
I
kidding.
love running.
I'm gonna
And
cry.
he loves eating.
He loves eating.
He loves eating.
Is that another hit? At my
Yeah. What exactly are you saying?
I like
to
being
you?
healthy and in shape, Katrina. No, I
That
hear
one
you.
hurt,
Yeah,
for
I'm
real.
sorry. It was just a joke, comedy.
I know.
My next goal is I'm going to watch what I say and take people's feelings into account this year.
No, hell no. We're taking you to Boston, and you're going to run it with him so that can help you with your weight loss.
That'd be the last thing I do. I think you guys would have to get a gurney like halfway through it.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly, because of how big I am. You see, look at this. It's all day, folks. We can sit here all day talking about it. No, I'm just kidding.
You can walk with me.
Yeah, thank you.
And
But
then we could go eat tacos.
well, from a like a
Boston?
business
Yeah,
license.
because it's somewhere
graded-
else, you know.
Ah,
Destination eating.
yeah. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
But one of the big things, one of my goals, right, to circle back to that is this podcast, right? Growing this podcast.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that next.
Being the voice of businesses, right, and helping people thrive. And that's one of my biggest things, and that's one of my inspirations for this podcast is to be able to affect people and businesses and help them grow and also learn, right? It's just going to make me a better person. So going to businesses, connecting more, maybe doing a lot more on-site stuff, and just connecting with the community is a big thing for me. So that's in my plan. Maybe I take everything back. I do set resolutions and goals, right? I mean, think about it. We're doing that now. So.
Goals, not resolutions. Goals. You're setting goals.
What's the difference between a resolution and a goal?
Resolutions longer, goals shorter. Word-wise.
I think a resolution but resolution comes from the word resolve. So resolution is fixing something that's not good, and I think that that would be the difference.
Yes,
That's a freestyle.
Yes, that is that.
And a
Then
goal
we
is
Google that.
is a goal, right?
It's a goal.
So yeah. So
Serious.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think,
Serious.
yeah, no, and doing, and if you have a plan to start a business, I think, or where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Those vision boards are so awesome,
I've actually never mind.
I love
take it back.
vision
I've
boards.
done
I mean,
one.
they really, you can actually check off things on there, and you could actually add everything. We should do a podcast on on
how did
building
you like a
vision
vision
board?
board?
Like, where do you see yourself 2 years from today?
Oh, where you put like your,
Yeah, you
I
cut
have
stuff
like a
off
virtual
magazine,
I don't know why I
vision
was
board.
thinking about a Ouija board. I was like,
Ouija board.
yeah.
I'm not saying believe in the devil.
I'm gonna be sick that day.
Or in the, yeah. No.
Yeah.
No. But I think vision boards are good.
Yeah.
Especially if, for people that that have a goal for next year to buy a house.
Yeah.
What's the sacrifice? You have to save money.
I think it's a great thing to do. I just
Yep.
buy a house
don't
from
have the
Frank.
time.
If he meets his goal.
he's like calm.
So, let me ask you guys a question.
She said, if you meet your goal, then
buy a house.
house.
Only buy a house for me if I'm physically fit. Thank you, Monica.
Yeah, because you'll be able to walk him around the house, especially if it's a big mansion. You won't get tired. You won't be.
I didn't
sweaty
know I was
in the
550
summer.
pounds walking around with an oxygen tank. I didn't know I was that big. Maybe I got to really reevaluate my health. Jeez. Maybe the muscles you felt were just hard cholesterol building up in my arm. Jesus. I want to ask you guys a question that I think would be great. If you had any piece of advice to give anybody right now, business-wise, personally, like personal business-wise, what would that be? Like any words of wisdom going into 2022, right? Kind of drawing maybe off of self-experience.
I'll start. Because I'm just going to go random. I'm not even going to think about it too long. I'm just going to say, believe in your dreams.
Yeah.
Believe in your dreams. Believe that you could do anything that you set your mind to do.
Yeah.
And you could do it. Again, baby steps to everything. And you could do it. It doesn't have to be this year. It could take you 2 years. It could take you 3 years.
Yeah.
But if you accomplish that goal, because there's no time. There's no time. You're not setting up a time. You're just doing it. And you know what? Keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. Because if you start telling people, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that, like him, sometimes you don't. And you end up getting, being embarrassed or whatever. But I believe in you. I believe in you with all my heart and soul. And we are going to be your support system.
Okay, I'm just going to leave because it's all
No,
about
you're
him.
with me.
Like his weight loss.
No, you're with me on this.
Next time, next podcast, I'm going to bring like tacos.
Ooh.
And be your motivation. Can't eat it. Or what's your favorite food, by the way?
Coming from the person that can't even have air right now, what are you talking about? I'm going to bring everything here. Why?
No, I can have air. I can't have anything else but air.
So that's my advice. Just go after your dreams.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter when you accomplish it. As long as you do it,
Yeah.
that's all that matters at the end of
I
the day.
think mine is take risk. I think what I've done in 2021 was something that I've been wanting to do in the previous years, but I was so scared to do it, or I was doubting myself, or I had the imposter syndrome. And then I just went for it. I took risk, and then now I'm where I'm at. So I think a lot of people.
Wait, do you have a lot of money or something? Do you have like $1 million?
No, not like that.
Okay.
But
Is it a
just-
personal goal or is it
It's a
business goal?
personal. It's a business goal. I've always wanted to have like businesses or create a business that I really loved, and I was really scared because I'm like, oh, I'm not going to be successful with it, or it's not going to be a success. But who the F cares? You know, like I think.
I support you. I don't know what that look was. I'm super supportive. Just don't open a taco stand.
So you're gonna open a taco stand?
I would like. Well, no, because I don't know how to make tacos. I'll make lumpias.
Yeah. No, I think you'd be great at it. I could tell you one person that I could bet money won't be there. Well, depending if you're like in a city.
I know, with a business license and a permit and like not
Yeah.
on the street.
Hey, I believe in the legalities of every business.
I will say. Sorry, did I cut you? My apologies. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I would say is my
We're
little
running out of time.
my bit of advice is
kidding.
kind of sits with kind of a hybrid of what you guys say.
Yeah.
You're absolutely correct. I think just like the new thing is crypto, the new
Yeah.
all these investments. I think the biggest investment is yourself. Bet on yourself 100% of the times.
Yeah.
Always put your money on yourself first. And I will tell people this, and this is the only piece of advice that I'll give, is don't be scared to fail because failure is growth. And if you're not failing, you're not trying.
Yes.
Right? So you kind of want to fail because you're not learning if you're not failing. And again, just take it as that. Failure is a lesson. And live that. If you make that your motto and not be scared to take risks,
risk.
right? And believe in yourself. I think you could do whatever it is you want, but just understand that failure comes with it. And some of the most successful people were on the brink of bankruptcy, or did go through bankruptcy, or failed, or had to move back in with their parents, or
Yes.
lost everything. Just understand a setback is just another way forward. It's just another path that you got to create for yourself. So don't be scared to take failures. That's my biggest.
Because that's how you acquire wisdom.
Yes.
That's how you acquire wisdom.
Then
That's my
you
biggest thing.
become stronger too by
Yeah.
failing.
So failure is a plus. A lot of people see it as a negative, but it isn't. It's a plus.
Failure.
So with that, we leave you and we say good night. Thank you for tuning in to our Let's Connect Now. We promise you we will bring better stories to you in the near future. That's another
We
goal.
are, yes. Well, that's a whole point of this podcast is to bring
Yeah.
inspirational, great stories.
And next time we'll see
People-
you, I'll be a little skinnier. I promise.
No, then you're setting yourself up for failure because
Why? Because I can't do it. All right, guys.
Katrina,
This
never
podcast
mind.
is over.
Yeah.
I won't be here the next one.
because we show it to you every 2 weeks,
Yeah.
every Tuesday.
Yeah.
So then if you're gonna be like skinnier in 2 weeks,
Yeah.
Then
I
pe-
will.
He's going to start selling more houses. More houses.
I'm just gonna.
I want to thank you guys for listening to Let's Connect, where dreams are shattered, guys. Oh, we should go around touring, doing seminars, just shattering everybody's dreams. You want to be what? Nah, it's not gonna happen, dude. Like, nah,
What did you say? Nah, I don't see that happening. No.
Nope.
no. But thank you guys. Looking forward to a great 2022. Growing with you guys and just being a part of you guys. So.
I know. So thank you
So
guys. Thank you so much.
much.